All right, guys, it's Dan Bidondi here for TruthRadioShow.com and the Dan Bidondi Show, exposing the deeds of evil and declaring war on the New World Order. And today is March 14th, 2019, early morning, and we're going to talk about a big issue here called the Mark of the Beast. And we're going to show you everything about the Mark of the Beast and what it is. Now, there's a lot of controversial within churches and religions, too, what the actual Mark of the Beast is. Different translations, and there's a lot of error, a lot of misconceptions of what the Mark of the Beast is. And I'm going to show you what it is, because I'm going to show you what the Bible says and what's going on in reality. Now, people need to understand real quick, before we get into any of this, and before anybody runs their mouth saying it's a conspiracy theory or this ain't true or nothing like that, if you read the globalist white papers, the globalists are people like the United Nations, World Health Organization, Club of Rome, Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, and all that, they have stated for decades they want people fitted with an RFID, radio frequency identification device implant. That's this little guy right here. It's the size of a grain of rice, and they want it to happen to be in your right hand or in your forehead. And we're going to show you all that stuff in just a second. And first of all, let's find out, before we get going anywhere, let's find out what the Bible has to say. Because we know there's a lot of debates in churches and everything else what the Mark of the Beast is. Is it a physical mark? Is it Sunday worship? Is it just a spiritual mark? Well, let's see what the Bible says. Okay, and I'm pointing out here, this is Revelation 13, King James Version. Now, we're going to get into all the news and everything else about it, all the propaganda being rolled out. I mean, they're going after the kids too, folks, with persuasive essays. I'm going to show you that in a minute. I got 2 school teachers that send me their curriculum of what they're trying to brainwash kids with, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But anyway, right here is what the Bible says. And he who has power had life to given unto the beast, and it's talking about the beast here. And I like to read verses because a lot of people just read verse 16 here. You never read one single verse. You read it in its context. In other words, this paragraph or a chapter, whatever, so you fully understand it. And there's no room for misinterpretation because a 12-year-old can understand when you read something in its context. Many churches love to take single Bible verses and string them together to fit a non-biblical agenda. But when you read each verse in its paragraph, the context, you fully understand it. So anyway, it goes on to say, and he causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. There's a reason why I'm emphasizing the in, big reason. I'm going to show you that in a minute. In their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no one can buy or sell or save unless they had the mark or the name of the beast or his number, or his name. And here is wisdom. You need to pay attention to this very closely. Here is wisdom, let him has understanding, calculate the number of the beast, for it is also the number of man, and his number is 666. 666. That's a human biometrics number. And I'm going to show you, okay? Now, pay close attention. When I emphasize the in, now, I'm not going to stick on this, for a while, for a long time here. I just want to show you. Every Bible translation has tons and tons of Bible translations. The King James and below, like King James back to the oldest versions of the Bible, all say in the right hand or in the forehead. All the newer Bibles say on the right hand, or where they say what's a big deal. There's a huge difference between in and on. Newer Bibles remove or change key words to fit the New World Order agenda. The people who make these newer Bibles, like the NIV, they completely remove thousands of verses purposely to fit a political correct society and all that godless stuff, I should say. Anyway, and it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That's in, not on. Because on could be associated, because people say, the Mark of the Beast is a tattoo, it's a cold bar, it's a bracelet. No, it's not either. That's not what the original Bible say. You go right back to the original Hebrew and Latin text, and it'll say in the right hand or in the forehead. Plain and simple. So that debate's gone. And also, people like to say the Mark of the Beast is Sunday worship. Let me ask you something. If it's Sunday worship, yes, you're supposed to worship God on the Sabbath, which is Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. Absolutely. Sunday worship is paganism. And, the Bible makes that very clear. Anyway, the Sabbath is the 7th day, plain and simple. Anyway, Sunday worship, how could you buy, sell, or save And how could you have a mock on Sunday worship? It doesn't make no sense at all. So Sunday worship debate is gone. Okay, and they say it's a spiritual mock. It's not a physical mock. How do you put a spiritual mock in your hand, and how would the system, the economy know to use you basically buying or selling and saving? It doesn't make no sense. This is a digital cashless society, a human biometrics number that they're talking about. It's an implant in the right hand, in the forehead, plain and simple. And any church leaders out there want to debate or just talk about this, please, don't be ashamed to, or whatever, don't be embarrassed to email me or contact me. All my information's on truthradioshow.com. You can get a hold of me or in the comments box. I would love to talk to you about this, because there's a lot of churches out there, the religions that are preaching a wrong doctrine. They're preaching wrong interpretations of this when it's clear as day. The mark of the beast is a physical mark. Yes, it's a spiritual mark as well, because you're going to take an allegiance to the Antichrist. And I did several videos on this, and you can't do enough, because there's still people out there who think it's either Sunday worship or just a spiritual mark. No, it's both a spiritual and a physical mark. And I'm going to show you. Okay, so the RFID chip, the implant, it's all over the news. Okay, just about every publication across the planet is reporting this, and of course the mainstream media, they're making big deals about this. All over Sweden and Europe, this thing is going like wildfire. Thousands of people, tens of thousands of people have already got this implant. There's companies in Sweden, they're giving them to everybody, all the employees, where you can access files and doors and everything else without a wallet. And that's what they're doing, folks. They are certain microchips into everybody over there that wants one, and they're using nothing but propaganda. And yes, there's a lot of privacy advocacy groups who are trying to oppose this, and rightfully so, because it does violate your privacy, and there's a lot of stuff that they don't want to tell you about it. And it is the mark of the beast, no doubt about it. And like I said earlier, all the globalists want you to have this. I've read the white papers for decades. They all said the World Health Organization, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberg groups, that could go on and on, the United Nations, International Monetary Fund, they all in collaboration to give everybody on the planet an RFID microchip implant. That's their goal. And the hospitals, stores, everywhere are already getting these little things called NFC scanners. They look like mouse pads by computers or cash registers. And what they do is anything that's got RFID technology, like your bank card or whatever, they got it ready, or bracelets. And I'm going to show you that too, basically all the propaganda they're using, and they're conditioning kids with this stuff. It's very scary. There's companies out there called Halo, and there it is right there. Halo Infant Protection Systems, where they say they could put a chip into your kid's head, and it's a flat chip. It's not the one I just showed you that goes into the forehead. Halo Infant Protection Systems, where they can track and monitor your babies. And look, they dress them up as angels to make it, it's very blatant in your face. And there's another one called Digital Angel, Verichip Corporation and all that. That's the one that goes into the head. Okay, and that's one that gets inserted to your hand. I'm going to show you the video real quick on that. I just played this a minute ago. That's what they do. They take the syringe, and I got the syringe on me now, and I got the actual chip. So this is what they do. They insert it into your hand, and right into the web of your hand, right in the right hand, like so. I don't want to show too much because of the copyright stuff. And Disney here, this is the propaganda being rolled out. Because right now everybody's got the RFID cards, passes, they got this everywhere. On your IDs, your passports, embedded little chips and RFID technology in these things to condition people to a cashless society. They're doing away with cash. They're doing away with wallets and everything else. They want you to just have everything you have on an RFID chip. Now, Disney has already rolled out the RFID system. All your stuff is on these passes here. It's a bracelet. You could load money onto it. You could load everything you want onto this. That's all you need, basically, to go into the parks. You can go up to a concession stand, pay for food with this. And if you got free meals in your package plan, you can use it on everything's in this chip. And basically, you walk around with this bracelet on, and you would never have to carry your wallet at all. So Disney's rolling out this technology. You got Dave & Buster's, everybody knows that. You get these little gameplay cards. It's RFID. It's a radio frequency identification device inside these cards. Chuck E. Cheese now just got rid of the coin tokens. Everybody remembers them. You get all these tokens for Chuck E. Cheese. Now they got rid of all the tokens, and now you have to use one of their little play cards, which is RFID. And they have the RFID scanners on the machines and at the register when you go to cash your tickets in and all that stuff. And you swipe the card and all that, just like Dave & Buster's. And they're in your passports, RFID technology. That's why they tell people to get RFID blockers, because people can steal your information. But they never tell you that. And this is all over the place, folks. All over the place that they're using this technology, and they're implementing it everywhere, and painting nothing but propaganda to hype this thing up. And everybody's got these bank cards and all that. You see the little chips on your credit cards and all that. Then they should be giving you protective wallets and all that, but they don't, because people could steal this information with a RFID scanner. But this is the RFID technology being rolled out because they don't want people carrying cash no more. They want to basically eliminate cash altogether, and basically to push this chip. And once they push the chip, folks, basically the World Health Organization, the International Monetary Fund, and the United Nations and all them, they're working together basically with this chip. Your whole wallet, your whole purse you carry will be useless. Everything, scan saver cards, credit cards, your bank information, your health information, your health insurance, your car insurance, your driver's license information, everything you have in your wallet, in your purse and all that would be rendered useless. Gold, silver, physical cash, useless. All digital currency on this chip, your medical information, everything you could possibly have in your life on this chip. Even to stock cars. That's where they're going, folks. All that on this chip. That's what the globalists are trying to push. And it happens to be in your right hand and your forehead, just like the Bible says. And they're going after the kids, folks, too. And you got the monopoly here. They don't have the paper money no more in most of the Monopoly games. They're trying to condition the kids to use, like a cashless society that comes with credit cards now, bank cards, that you do your transactions with the Monopoly cards. So basically they're brainwashing kids to get away from cash, physical cash, and to push this digital RFID chip eventually. And what they're going to do is they're going to crash the economy. They're going to do all this chaos. So people beg for this chip. And I want to show you something right here. Speaking of children and all that, two teachers I know, one from Rhode Island, another one from another state, I don't want to mention, that sent me the stuff here. They're teachers, and the school gave them this for their curriculum to teach the kids. They want them to write essays. One right here says, imagine that you work for a human microchip company. The president has given you the opportunity to make a televised speech to the nation. What would you say to persuade people to get a microchip? And they want the kids to write an essay on that. What would you say to persuade people? And this is here from Rhode Island, a teacher I know here. This is what they were told to teach the class, to write an essay. And this was there's the date and all that. This is a school in Providence that they're told right here, a microchip article. And it says, summary and persuasive essay, right there. Persuasive essay, should people insert microchips under the skin? 2 reasons, okay? But they want them to write a persuasive essay to get that. And I want to show you something quick before I go. I made a lot of videos on these things in specific detail, so check them out on my YouTube channel, Truth Radio Show, and my website, truthradioshow.com. I want to show you something I got here, too, that I bought. Okay, this is what they do when I showed you that video. They insert it into the web of your hand. That's between the thumb and finger here, that web here. They insert this into it, and when they insert it in, they push the little chip out. And it's the size of a grain of rice, like a fraction the size of a dime. And you're going to see the comparison to my hand here. I'm trying to work in coordination with the camera. So that's what it is right there. And that's the reality right there. when you see it in real life and hold it in real life. And it all was talked about 2,000 years ago in a book that's collecting dust on most people's shelves called the Bible. It's right here, right now, folks. The globalists are pushing it. They're all trying to, big banks are getting behind this, everything, because they want to eliminate cash. Imagine that right now, okay? Everything you have in your wallet, and you ladies out there with your purses and everything, your scan saver cards, your discount cards, this card, that card, all that will be rendered useless, all onto this one chip. And yes, it sounds great. It does. It sounds like amazing. We don't have to carry all that stuff. But this is what they're doing to push it. They're rolling out all the propaganda, all the good stuff behind it, when they don't actually tell you this is the chip that could very well get you a trip to hell. Actually, not very well. It will get you a trip to hell. This is what the Bible is talking about 2,000 years ago. Right there. That's what you're looking at, folks. And the people who run this planet, they worship Lucifer. They're not atheists. They're not New Ages or any of the low-level cultism or whatever. They're not Christians either. They are Luciferians. They're setting up a global New World Order. And if you didn't think the New World Order is a conspiracy, just turn this video off and go get a clue. And come back when you have a clue, plain and simple. Because if you go on Google, you could look up every leader just about across the planet is called for a New World Order. The popes are called for a New World Order. It's a Luciferian system to bring in Lucifer's kingdom for the Antichrist. And if you don't know politics, you people, the churches and all that teach prophecy, folks, if you don't know politics, don't teach prophecy, please. Do not teach prophecy if you don't know politics, because it's politics that bring this into power. It's the politics that bring the Antichrist to power. And the end times false prophet is using politics, which is the Pope. He's a political figure as well. So that's what they're doing, folks. This is the reality of the mark of the beast. 2,000 years ago, the Bible talked about this. It's right here and right now. And I showed you all. I mean, there's so much information out there. I could be here for hours showing you this stuff. And it all matches the Bible to the letter. So you need to just keep an eye out, man, because they're rolling the stuff out good, fast and good, with all the propaganda, conditioning the kids and everything else. And people think, oh, it is a good idea, like the company in Sweden giving it to the employees, where they could access doors, buy lunches without money, because everything's loaded on. And like I showed you, the Disney pass there, you know what I mean, like where they, you get it up here. Basically, when you buy your Disney trip, you load all the money onto it, what you want. If you got food packages, whatever, okay? Basically, you walk through the park, you don't have to carry your wallet for anything. You could buy stuff at the concession stand with it. You could buy memorabilia or whatever. Anything you want to buy or for special rides you have to pay for, like all you do is swipe your hand. And again, they're rolling it out everywhere. Dave & Buster's, RFID Technology, Chuck E. Cheese now, no more coins. I mean, you go to some casinos now, there's no more coins no more. They use the little cards, the wampum card like at Foxwoods Casino. All the casinos got these RFID cards. And your bank cards, everything is RFID now. And this is the last step before the microchip implant. And I know there's a lot of people out there going to be laughing or thinking this is just a conspiracy theory. You have no friggin' idea, man. And if you think that, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but you're a moron, and you don't know anything that's going on. I got thousands and thousands and thousands of articles across the planet how they want to microchip human beings. And they are microchipping. Tens of thousands of people in Europe have already gotten this chip. It's grown, it's spreading like wildfire, the popularity. And it's right here. And it's the same chip that they put into dogs and cats and everything else. They are inserting into human beings now, because they want us as basically lab rats, is exactly what it is. And to eliminate cash altogether, to eliminate everything in your wallet and all that stuff. And that's what it is, folks. They want to put it all onto that and insert it right into here. And the babies, they're going to go into a flat microchip into the child's head. There's insurance companies actually out there who are offering parents, when they have life insurance and all that, to microchip their children. for tracking purposes and everything else. And they were also talking about giving microchips to parolees or people coming out of jail and all that, so they could keep in track of them, people on work release from prison. They paint a good story. They really do. Everything sounds great what they want to do, but your soul is the price to pay for that. So again, one more time, this is all right here. People thought, well, it's just a book that's make-believe, a book with fantasy. 2,000 years ago, the book of Revelation said there was going to be a mark of the beast, that you can't buy, sell, or save without it. And, you know, this is it, folks. This is exactly what the Bible's talked about. And we are living in the end times, for sure. And again, you read the Globalist white papers, the World Health Organization, United Nations, Club of Rome, Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on. Everybody is all on the same page of microchipping everybody on the planet, and it's going to be mandatory. And the Bible says, plain and simple, if you don't worship this beast here, which is the Antichrist, and you don't get his mark, you will be killed if you get caught. So that's called the tribulation, and during the tribulation, this time, Christians are going to be killed and hunted down, and the Bible makes that clear. And but for a short time, until Jesus comes back to take them, then the wrath of God, this last 3.5 years of the tribulation, will be against them. You know, the evil people on the planet. And so, folks, you really need to get right with God, because this is the reality coming true here. I mean, you don't get any more. When you have this, okay, I studied Bible for since I was a teenager, and I'm 44 years old. When you have the reality in your hand, the physical reality, knowing everything you know about it since I was a teenager, when you have the physical reality in hand, it is, I can't describe a word. It's surreal. It really is. And this is coming out everywhere, folks. They're going to be forcing people, especially people on state assistance and Medicare and all that. That's where they're going to start first, is the medical. That's what Obama tried to do during his health care. But people, it was pages 1001 to 1008 at the time, calling for a mandatory medical device implant, and that's what it was right there. But a lot of good people in the Senate and House made sure that part of the bill didn't go through with the universal health care. All universal health care all over the world has portions where they're going to mandate a medical device implant, and that's it right there. They're going to start with the medical, then they're going to move in with the cashless society, eliminate all physical cash. And you already seen all the propaganda, but it's right there the whole time. And this is Dan Bidondi here for TruthRadioShow.com. And any church leaders out there that disagree with me, first of all, you disagree with the Bible. If you disagree with anything I told you, because everything I said could be backed up, fact-checked 10 times over. And there's so much more information. I could be here for hours on end. I've been studying this for over 20 years, folks, and this is it. So any church leaders or pastors, please, by all means, contact me. Okay, if you don't understand this or you think otherwise, this is it, folks, right here. Right there. And this is Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com. God bless you all, and shalom. Declaring war on the New World Order. TruthRadioShow.com.